Welcome into the NJCAA Network and JUCO Cover 3. We're back for another episode. Zach McKinstry, Alan Edward, another fun week of junior college football. It started with the big matchup we were talking about last week. Number 3 Snow made the long trip to number 2 Iowa Western, and the Reavers took care of business. 31-20 the final. Hunter Deckers played really well. Iowa Western really impressed throughout that game. The score was closer than it looked because Snow had a couple of late scores, and Iowa Western kind of got back on track, Alan.
Oh, yes, sir. Iowa Western, a team that have been on full gas the whole time the season started. Iowa Western, I don't see them stopping anytime soon. Offense is great, amazing defense, and this is a team that's averaging 40 points a game. So, I mean, I don't see them stopping here at all.
Yeah, Daniel Swinney kept cooking as well. He had over 100 total yards, a touchdown. And as we mentioned, Hunter Deckers played really well at quarterback there for Iowa Western too. And then moving on, Coffeyville received votes in the last poll. They played number 10 Highland, whose defense has been stifling against pretty much everybody they played. And the Red Ravens put up 33 points, and they really opened some eyes. It's a 2-loss team that still has some tough games ahead, but could they make some noise trying to sneak into a playoff spot if they go perfect the rest of the way?
I wouldn't count them out, honestly. Coach Dobler, he was a DC last year for Coffeyville before taking over the head coach spot. So they still got the same identity, and just the matter for them is just to keep winning and keep winning those hard games. And I believe they can do it. They got some guys at quarterback, Chris Russo. He's pretty good, man. I've been watching him a little bit, and he got the it factor in him. Receiver, Jao Bowles, he made a great catch this past weekend. I feel like he got some potential in him. Just got to see the consistency. And my favorite guy there is Fedra Giles, the D lineman, making a great impact on that defense.
They brought in a lot of new faces in the offseason, and they certainly have a lot of talent on that roster. So we'll see how Coffeyville does moving into the later stages of the year. And as we creep down towards October, November, getting closer and closer to that playoff, rankings have shifted a little bit. Snow drops out of the playoff top 4 down to 5. Georgia Military is in that 4 spot. Mississippi Gulf Coast is up to 3. And there are currently 3 undefeated teams and 7 one-loss teams that are fighting for that spot right now for the playoffs. So a lot of excitement on the way and still a lot to be determined in terms of that 14 playoff.
Yeah, speaking of rankings, I mean, shout out to all teams, that's doing their thing, winning their games. But we have to talk about Holmes. I mean, this is a team that's averaging 30 points a game. And if you have Mississippi Gulf Coast up there, you got to have Holmes up there. It's just a must, and I believe they deserve that love. In the past, they probably haven't been winning a lot of games like that, but this is the first time at 6-0, and they technically have the same schedule as Mississippi Gulf Coast. So shout out to Holmes, and I believe they should be up there in the rankings also. And another team I believe that should be climbing the ranks soon is Garden City.
Yep, Garden City putting together some good wins as well. And then Holmes, as you mentioned, currently undefeated. I know Mississippi will play out the way it does, where they have their 14 conference playoff that kind of dictates which Mississippi team gets into the playoff. Maybe 2 Mississippi teams this year, depending on how Texas plays out, the Southwest Junior College Football Conference, and then those independents of Snow and Georgia Military, who we talked about. But absolutely right. A lot of excitement down to the wire in Mississippi. 2 undefeated teams. Still a lot of football to be played and still a lot of junior college football to be talked about. So thanks again, Alan. Appreciate you talking ball. And we'll be back here next week to talk some more.
Appreciate you having me, Zach. Thank you.